Hi, my name is Hooman from Hybrid Gym in Parkstone. I'm a first degree black belt under Jeff Lawson, Parkstone, UK.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Road to Black Belt Season 3, another episode. Today I'm down at Hybrid in Parkstone and I'm with Hooman Vadati. Let's get into this. How's it going, brother?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure. It is a pleasure.
Yes.
So let's start off straight away. How did you get into jiu-jitsu?
Back in the days, I had a little incident which I had a delivery driver working for me. I had a restaurant, and then obviously I dealt with a situation. Little background from being Iranian, a little bit of wrestling, which is nothing. Don't quote me on it. Little bit of this and that, little bit of military, move. And then this delivery driver, I said, oh, I like that, I want to take you somewhere that you can actually bring the skill into life. And that was it. So I started with a couple of sessions, like a private type thing, and then started with Gary Baker Academy back in Malden.
Okay.
Which, that was 2009. Matthew Benyon from Scramble was the head coach there, so I had the privilege to train there. And then Jeff opened the gym back in 2011 and joined Epon Gym.
Wow, cool.
Since then,
cool.
yeah.
So 2009, 2011. So
it wasn't that consistent though. Between 2009 to 11.
So how long would you say overall you've been doing jiu-jitsu then?
I would say probably about consistently, I think 12 years, 12 to 13 years, yeah.
Putting a good graph.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And what's been the best part of your journey so far?
Best part of the journey to see, first of all, progressing myself, to see that there is a martial arts, and I've done loads of different martial arts, but I stuck with this and just progress with it and didn't give up, and I didn't get bored of it. Hands down, every day I come here, or go, I train with Epon Gym guys, and every time I go there, I just feel happier and happier. So it's actually growing, and I think that was the best part of it, just seeing, and seeing other people progression as well, coming up, so.
Amazing. Tying in with that, what would you say has been the hardest part of the journey?
Hardest part of the journey would have been prevention of injuries, to make sure you avoid the injury, and when you get injured, which is inevitable, it's managing it. Just obviously I'm a little bit older now, almost 45, so obviously it can be harsh on body, but if you do it properly, especially on the lower level, belt, you don't know how to maintain your energy. So you go a little bit harder, maybe injury higher, and then again, relatively when you roll with the lower level, your injury level, it just comes higher, the risk comes up. So it's, as I said, it's just prevention of injury, and then once you injure, just managing it to get back. But my advice to anyone who starting a journey or already started, if you get injured, just come on the mat and just watch the technique, just do a little bit, just synchronize with your head, so don't give up. We always said there's a time on the mat, but it doesn't matter, you roll, you attend the classes, you just watch, do something, just don't give up.
And just, you're still contributing.
That's it.
Amazing. All right, belt-wise, what would you say has been the hardest belt for you?
Personally, brown was the hardest one for me. Minded, I was a white belt for quite some time. Obviously, trained with Matthew Benyon at Gary Baker Academy back in the days. Then switched to Jeff Lawson at Epon. Jeff was under Alex Souza at the time. So we weren't allowed to do the first year. We weren't allowed to do gi sessions, so we done loads of no gi. I've done some gi, with a couple of other, Christian Walnut and Jay back in the days. We done some gis, on lunchtime. Obviously, my white belt was quite some time to go. I think 5 years I've got my white belt. But then, as a result of that, I was good because I was training with Ben Dyson lunchtime, which I still hate those roles, but it was great time, you know. So, but when I got to brown belt, COVID hit. So just before I was doing great, but then COVID hit because nature of my business, you know, I'm looking after people and I'm looking after the patient, elderly people. So sometimes I thought maybe I get COVID, I pass it to someone. So I had to stop, unfortunately, for a year. 2020, I didn't train at all, and that was probably. I had a couple of friends. I rolled a little bit, but I stopped. But then when I gone back 2021, everyone else says obviously they're training or at home, the gym, they had kids to go, so they didn't have any consideration of their nothing holding them back. So which fair play. I wish I would have trained.
Yeah, of course.
And then when I went back, everyone level gone here, and I've just gone down, and I was struggling to the point that actually I think 2022 June I've got my black belt, but 2021 Christmas I was actually considering to hang up my belt, and that was it. So I had between Christmas and New Year, we had a couple of open mat, one at Paris Pool, which at the time I was teaching, and one at Epon, and for some reason it was just felt okay. I said, okay, maybe it's not just time. I push, and then I've got my 6 months later, I've got my black belt. Funny enough, a couple of other black belts at the time. One of them, Dr. John William, judo. We called him Judo John. At the same time, he was actually thinking same thing as well. So, but it was great to know that I wasn't the only one to consider it. But you know what? I'm glad I did it, and I just pushed through, and
and now here we are.
That's it.
Oh, amazing. So it's quite a story because you tend to hear blue belt blues and people getting their blue belt and then disappearing from the sport. And
as I said, mine was quite long, white belt. So when I got my blue belt, I felt very easy-ish, as I said. Ben Dyson back in days we used to train with him, he's a legend, So I was at Paris at the time. We had Paris. We had loads of John Denton who started with me, So we had a good group, We had Ashley Botman, he's in Australia. He was a good training partner with us, So we had a good group of 6-7 people, lunchtime, I think 3 days a week, It wasn't open mat, so we just come in and just train. So that made me feel great. But then, as I said, I struggled with brown belt. Obviously, I had a gap, so.
Quality. All right. What would you say you'd be doing if it wasn't jiu-jitsu? If you couldn't do jiu-jitsu, what hobby or sport would you do?
Obviously, I've got many hobbies, from enduro riding, motocross, or racing on it, or track day on it, snowboarding, skiing, loads of different. But hands down, if I had to choose one sport, I think it would have been jiu-jitsu. And there is a reason why, because jiu-jitsu is not just physicality of jiu-jitsu. It's the humbling, the psychologically, mentally, you got to work. You have to, still think about stuff. It's stimulating you mentally and physically. So I think it would have been, if I had to choose. Luckily, I don't have to choose one. But if I had to choose, my hands down would have been jiu-jitsu.
Okay. So it makes a lot of sense. Like jiu-jitsu does do a lot for us in terms of mental health, everything. Discipline. There's a lot of good things that come to. So I like that. If
I've got an attitude. Obviously, I've gone through loads with life. I've got an attitude with jiu-jitsu. I always give my students, so life is like jiu-jitsu. When it gets very hard, imagine you got in a very hard submission. Don't rush into it. Have a moment. Think. See what option you've got. Find your option and wait for the right time. And then at the right time, do what you got to do. Either you're out of that submission, or you got caught in that and then you have to tap to it. Life is exactly the same. When the life gets so hard, maybe take a moment, see what other option you've got. Wait for the right time and then respond to it. At the end of the day, you don't. it's just one thing. You've
Yeah,
done
yeah.
what you got to do.
Yeah,
But just
exactly.
giving up as soon as you get to submission, just giving up, that's not an option, I
Yeah,
think. So.
yeah. No, that's a good analogy. I like that. It makes a lot of sense. All right. Sort of touching on what we've been speaking about, what would you say is the one or two things you've taken away from jiu-jitsu outside of the mats?
Definitely humbling
Yeah.
of the jiu-jitsu, so you see, brutal guy, world level, coming down, very humble, roll with you, thank you, bow to each other, and God, and that, I think that's priceless for me, people think, the bigger and higher ranking you get in jiu-jitsu, that actually all the, we've got few of them at APG, the nicest guys, so
I've always found that.
I think that's so mental to think that much knowledge of the sport you got, and it makes you so humble,
Yeah,
so
nice, good.
I have to say all the black belts I know, as I said, we've got loads of them at Eponja, so easy to talk to as well, so, and that makes it, like humbling. It's not like any other, no disrespect to any other sport, but as soon as you get a little bit good, I'm the best, I'm the best.
100%.
This is completely different. Just make you always humble,
And do you know what? I sort of found that before I started doing the whole rolling with Chase thing, I did think about it and I was like, it would be cool to sit down with black belts and people, and I always thought, why are they going to want to sit down with me? But every person I've messaged, I don't think I've had one person decline. Or if they it's just more, I haven't got time, but if we get time, we can do it here. And it's just been a lot more easier speaking to people. And I found, like you say, that the higher level, I don't know, it's almost like, but I'm not anything. I am a human. I've just got a black belt.
I think it teaches you there's no ego in there. So leave your ego outside. Yeah. In our case, obviously, you leave it back in Bournemouth and come to Bournemouth. But that not having that ego that you're not the best. There's always someone. In any gym you go, there's no best person. There's always someone better than you. Not necessarily in general, but someone doing different submission much better than you. So you don't know it all. Okay, you've got your special move maybe, but someone has got their special move. So it doesn't matter which belt it is. If you go pound to pound go with them, they've got the special moves and you've got your special. So it just even out that thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, moving on to like sort of competitive side of jiu-jitsu. I know you competed a little bit at the start of the journey.
So I started 2011, I think. I think it was 2011 maybe. As soon as Jeff started, that was my first competition. As I said, we weren't allowed to do gi, but I'd done, back in days it was the Suzo Ippon, so I represented them. And then I've done a few of them. My last one was 2015. I think it was at Blue Belt, and that was the last competition I had. I didn't enjoy the upcoming to the competition. My anxiety, my nerve just take over, and I wasn't enjoying it. So I was performing much better in the gym, but the first the two opponents I had, it took me two fights first, to get over my thing. And after that was fine, but it just it wasn't for me. The cutting weight, and then the last one I've done from 82.3 kilo in gi, I had to go to 88, and I found that one much better because I had to starve myself for a week. Obviously, being on the corporate side always, so it was harder that part. But I think my competition days was over till I opened hybrid, and I love to push my boys and girls, to do competition to see if it's for them or not.
Of course.
I might get back to do one or two, maybe. But life at the moment is just crazy at the moment, so I can't concentrate on myself as much as I have to be there for my family at the moment. Obviously. But maybe one day,
Maybe one day, we'll never know.
As a proper old man.
All right, and last but not least, for any people like me, white belts, blue belts, even purple belts, what advice could you give us moving on with our journeys?
As I said, don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. As I said, if you've got injured, if you've got a family issue, if you've got, I don't know, whatever, just don't stop. If you have for any reason you can't make it to a mat, you have to, if you can't make it to mat, if you're injured, just watch the technique, you know, synchronize them, close your eyes and synchronize them. Worst to worst come, just watch a little bit of YouTube videos. They help, you know. That I don't mean that anyone can go and watch YouTube and
No,
come
of
and
course.
become a master, but it just stay in your mind, you know. The minute you just stop it completely, that's where you just go massive dip, you know. Always for me, within 3 weeks, not a problem. After 3 weeks away from mat, I started struggling. Even this level, you know, you feel it. Your stamina a little bit drop. You know, it's not all about the stamina. Your technique will always be there. You know, obviously higher level, but it just you've got to remember everyone training hard. You know, so if you have 3 weeks off, you know, you might struggle, you know, to get back to it. You know, so my advice is just keep going by any means. You know.
Yeah. No, quality. Well, thank you for asking a few questions. Should we go into the technical side of this?
Absolutely.
Let's do this, of course.
So, as we're here, we're going to go through Army, passing the guard and into to side control, and then process from there. One of my favorite submission to go to. So, as I'm coming here, I'm going to open this, dropping my hand on the knee, pushing down. Immediately, I'm holding the sleeve. From here, dropping my shoulder, push my leg out, and I'm using my head to come and flat him out. From here, go under the shoulder, pick these hands up, and I'm dropping here. Once I've got here, I've got to make sure my knee's under the shoulder, and I'm trying to elevate the shoulder as long as I can. From here, I'm ready to go on the leg is far away from his shoulder. From here, holding the collar, pull him up, that allow me to come under his neck. Once I'm here, I'm trying to elevate this neck as high as I can. Holding the elbow, and from here, I'm putting pressure on my leg that I'm actually posting on, and put pressure on the chest. What I don't do, I don't go far back because Chase can push my back and then I'm big trouble. So I'm trying to put all my pressure directly down. Hopefully with the pressure I can tap Chase, but if not, I'm pushing this down, get my knee on, and I'm slowly going down till I get submission. If I don't have that much power to keep that one down, I come here, securing my leg, securing his arm, with my leg, and from here, just turn it this way, go back up again, ready for the moment. The minute the head comes up, my leg goes over, and I'm locking my legs together. From there, I've got a reverse triangle, and I've got the armbar here, reverse armbar from here. So double whammy.
Nice.
Good, isn't it? Here, put the hand on the knee, put my shoulder down, and hold his sleeve. Push, 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 and I get to this position, and I'm securing myself. Rather than sitting into side control, I'm lifting this elbow up, and I'm sliding my right knee under his shoulder. From this position, I keep my foot away from his body. The foot is away from him. I'm posting on it. From this, I'm lifting up a little bit, the head, and then I'm sliding this hand under his head. But I make sure I'm holding inside my thigh to give that elevation. From here, I'm pushing down. Hopefully, from here, I can post here and put pressure here to get a tap. Obviously, I'm not going back this way to push because Chase can push and I'm in big trouble here. So I'm trying to get all my weight straight down here. If not, I've got an arm to play with, so I'm putting it here. I put my knee over the elbow. I've got isolation of the shoulder, so shoulder can't go anywhere. I'm driving it down. And hopefully to get to around this side, he will tap. If not, I can't get a tap finish. I'm securing this arm under my leg. Changing to go under the shoulder again. From here, I'm looking away toward back of my shoulder, and I'm stepping over his head. Once over his head, I'm locking and I'm tapping this way, as well as I've got this arm to play with, so double whammy. Hope you enjoyed the submission.
Ooh. Yeah, beautiful. Like you say, there's a few variations from Kate Kadami there. Chest pressure, horrible. Reverse triangle, horrible. Arm locks, horrible. All of it beautiful, but horrible. Right, you ready to get into a roll?
Sure.
Let's do it. There we have it. I've been Chase with Hooman. Down at Hybrid. Another amazing episode. If you like that episode, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.